So today, I want to answer this question. Is investing in a professional camera still worth it? The world of photography and videography has come a long way. With the rise of social media, everyone wants to capture and ensure their moments. And this was not the case like a decade ago or even beyond then. Back then, professional cameras were a must-have for anyone serious about photography. Smartphone cameras have made tremendous progress. They can now capture high-quality images and videos, and many people use their smartphones for everyday photography. But can they replace professional cameras? The answer isn't straightforward. Smartphone cameras have limitations, especially in low-light conditions. Their small sensors can't compete with the image quality of professional cameras, like this. Another limitation of smartphone cameras is their lack of versatility. They can't change lenses or adjust settings like professional cameras can. For serious photographers and videographers, these features are very essential. They need creative control over their work. Professional cameras offer this flexibility. Let me give you an example. It's almost the same as the difference between going to the supermarket and buying packets of instant noodles and going to the market and buying all the ingredients you need to make your own plate of noodles. With the instant noodles, all you get is whatever is within the packet. You're limited in terms of taste options, how long you want to cook it, and all of those other things. Even though you may be able to tweak your dish a little bit by adding maybe extra onions or tomatoes or something. But the other option of going to the market and buying your own ingredients offers you more flexibility. You can decide to cook your own special recipe. You can decide to cook it the way you like it. You can decide to make it as different as you want and give yourself overall more satisfaction than you would get with buying a packet of instant noodles in the market. So it's something like that. Professional cameras offer this flexibility. However, smartphone cameras are convenient. They're always with us, and we can instantly share our photos and our videos on social media and with friends, and this convenience is hard to beat. So for casual photography, smartphones are more than enough. Professional cameras still offer superior image quality. They have larger sensors, better lenses, and more manual controls, and these features allow for greater creative expression. Now, if you're serious about photography or videography, a professional camera can make a huge difference. So let's look at a specific example. Imagine you're a wedding photographer and you need to capture high quality images, maybe for the couple or for the family, and you're going to be shooting in various lighting conditions. A professional camera can handle this task with ease. You can adjust the settings on the fly and get the perfect shot. If the scene is too dark or if there are too many funny lights, you can manipulate the settings. However, in contrast, a smartphone camera may struggle in low light conditions. The images may be grainy, dull, and this isn't ideal for a wedding photographer. A professional camera provides peace of mind. Another advantage of a professional camera is the durability. They're built to withstand heavy use. This is important for professionals who rely on their gear for a living. Smartphone cameras are not designed for heavy use. The points I've raised in this video also hold true for action cameras, not just smartphones. Action cameras like the DJI Action 4, 5, the Insta360 Go 3S that I've been talking about a lot recently on my channel, and the DJI Pocket 3, which I'm using to film this particular section. All of these have smaller sensors than proper professional cameras. So while they may be convenient and easy to use in the sense that you can just pull them out, plug and play, the user settings and features are really great, and in good lighting conditions they produce very amazing results, they still do not hold up to a professional camera for the same reasons that I've mentioned with the smartphone camera. Number one is that the sensor sizes are smaller and they are less customizable in terms of how adaptive you can make it to the lighting conditions and the environment around. And professional setups generally give you more control over things like noise, low light, over things like sound, if you're trying to record audio and you're getting a lot of wind or interference from the environment. In a professional setting where you're using a proper DSLR camera or a mirrorless camera and an external microphone and the whole setup, you're going to get better results and better control. So for instance, if you're shooting just for your social media page, maybe you want to create a reel about your trip to a nice place or an outing, the smartphone cameras and action cameras will do just fine. But if you are trying to create a documentary or trying to produce something that is for marketing, that's going to be on a website, that is supposed to bring new business your way, you want to make sure that you're putting the best quality images out there. And if you watch TV and you watch adverts, all those amazing advertisements you see of companies, of businesses, of projects, of places to visit, all of them are most likely shot with a professional camera. Maybe in some instances with a small device like a phone or a smartphone camera, but that is when you have the optimal lighting conditions or you know how to use the device very well. One important point I'm going to expand on at the end of this video is that sometimes it doesn't really matter the kind of device you use, whether a professional camera or a smartphone or an action camera. What really matters is that you know how to use it and you know how to tell stories. So what's the verdict? Investing in a professional camera is still relevant today. While smartphones are convenient, they can't replace the image quality and creative control that a professional camera gives you. If you're out there, maybe you're part of a communications team in an organization, or you're planning on creating content for your personal brand, or you are trying to do some storytelling, maybe for a project or trying to share some experiences, and you want the best quality of images to showcase in your story or in your portfolio, then there's no doubt about it that you should invest in a professional camera. Because sometimes we're tempted to say, I might as well just go for an iPhone 16 or a Samsung S25 or any of the other high-end smartphone cameras out there. But just like I've said in this video, no matter how good those cameras are, no matter the quality of images that they produce on the fly, they will never stand up to using a professional camera. However, one thing I must say is that you may have the most professional camera and still take crappy videos and photos if you don't know how to use it. And somebody with a smartphone who understands the principles of photography, who understands lighting and creativity and composition, will still create better photos than somebody who has the latest Sony camera or the latest Canon camera. So that's something to think about. Sometimes it's not about the gear you have, but it's about how well you use it, how well you master it, and how well you can use it to tell stories. So while this video is trying to show the clear difference between a smartphone camera and a professional camera, and while I've been trying to answer that question, the fact still remains that it really depends on how well you master your chosen device, whether a smartphone or a professional camera. So as a recap, if you want the best quality of photos and you want the most creative control in any scenario and any setting, then I suggest you go for a professional camera and spend quality time learning how to use it, mastering it until it becomes almost second nature to you to get good photos. But if you're more of a casual photographer and you're just shooting maybe for social media, your own personal portfolio, just for sharing with friends and family, then you can go for a smartphone and at the same time still master how to use it, master lighting, master composition, and master storytelling. If you've had experiences with professional cameras or smartphones, share them in the comments below. I'd love to hear what your own experiences are and what you think. If you're interested in more photography tips, check out my next video. So there it is, guys. I hope this video was useful. I'll see you in the next one.